hello, and welcome everyone. Welcome to the Charles Fort Lauderdale Garden. I'm Marva, and thank you so much for stopping by on this beautiful Tuesday morning, the second day of December 2025. Yes, it's about 8:25 in the morning. The sun is just coming up. Well, the sun has been up for about an hour and a half, but it's just coming out. And now here's the blue skies. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for coming. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for supporting in any way, whether subscribing, commenting, sharing. I really appreciate it. And today's video, as the thumbnail shows, I'll be doing some using insecticide, natural insecticide spice called cloves. So we're going to be starting right here with this hot pepper plant right here. And this spice, cloves, will deter pests such as whiteflies, aphids, any kind of pests that will affect your garden. I've been using it now for about 3 months, and it's been working. Yeah. So I've not seen any of those pests. The only pests that I'm seeing right now are worms that usually affect callaloo, aka amaranth. Let this aircraft go. When you're outdoors, you have to contend with all kinds of noises. Yeah, so the only good morning, Joshua. Good morning. Yeah, the garden channel. Yeah. I have a video on this channel where went more details about it, but I was doing some research about the pests because we are usually down here. We're infested with a lot of whiteflies and aphids, and I was just tired of, you know, contending with these pests because, as you know, they just destroy your crops. Thank you, Joshua. Appreciate it. Thank you. So I was doing a research and I found out that the Amish, the religious group, the Amish, this is what they use in their garden, and they don't have that kind of issues. So I said, hey, I'll try it. I tried it. It's working for me. So I'm sharing it with everybody else. All right. So yeah, this is cloves. You use it in all kinds of dishes. So I'm going to be, what I do is I just spread it in the garden, in the beds, or in the pots like this. Just throw it in there. Because especially like plants like these, peppers, tomatoes, man, whiteflies, love them. So I'm just putting it in there. And the one thing I'm not sure about though is the worms that affects these callaloo slash amaranth. Let me get closer so you can see them. So what they will do is eat the plants. Now I have kind of treated these the other day. See, it looks like this when they eat the plants. You're going to try it. Yeah, you should. The garden, yeah. You have that issue too? Yes. So I am working on getting rid of the worms, but I also, another subscriber suggested for the worms. She told me something to use. I'm waiting for it to arrive and I'm going to try it. And if it works, I'm going to make sure you all hear about it. So, but in the meantime, I don't see any aphids though. No, because that's what usually would affect these plants too. Yeah, no aphids. Looking at the back of the plants. See, this is a spider. Oh, okay. Spider is good. We need the spiders to get rid of those pests that we don't want in the garden. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. And just spreading it in the beds. Just spread it there. And for the I have nuts. And I'm going to go on the other side of the bed where you should see, where we usually, I should not say should see, where we usually have white flies, especially in the sweet potato bed. And I'm going to check today to see if they haven't seen any, but you never know what happens overnight. These things do their thing overnight, is what I think. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. One of the things I'm doing this morning. So, yeah. So let's go over to the other side and work. I'm going to check the sweet potato bed first. See if there are any white flies. And this sweet potato bed is going to be harvested this week. Can't wait to see what's under there. Here it is. I'm going to see if there are any white flies. All I have to do is just shuffle it a bit. Hey, nothing, nothing, nothing. That's good news. I'm telling you. Usually it would be infested. So let's drop some in there until I get ready to harvest. I tried to do this. And when I did the research, they never said how often, but I put it in there like every 3 weeks. It's not gonna hurt the plants. So, yeah, this is one of those things that don't hurt your plants. And another thing that works for me too is also neem oil. All right, so that's the sweet potato bed here. And this sweet potato bed came up on its own. When I say on its own, I mean we didn't plant these slits, these slips. These slips came up out of what was left over from our last harvest. I think there were a few pieces of small potatoes were in the bed, and before it started growing, because usually we don't grow the same crop in the same bed every year. It looks lush and healthy, yeah. And so it started growing, and then when we decided to move the slits to another bed, we noticed that it had blossoms on it. So if it's a blossoming already, might as well we just leave it there and look at it. It's nice and flush, like you said, looking very healthy. But I wonder what's under there. I hope, as you know, you can't tubers. You can't rely on them because when you can't see what's going on underground, anything is liable. So this week, before the end of the week, God's willing, I'm going to be harvesting. It's been in this bed for a while now. Because potatoes take 90 to 120 days. We've had that for more than that. All right, in this bed is our brassicas, or kale, or broccoli, and mustard greens. Looking for white flies and aphids. That's what you would see with these plants. White flies and aphids. Let's see. No. And these are ready to be harvested too. I think maybe tomorrow I'll do that. No white flies, no aphids. The back is very clean. Nothing back there. All right. We have, I noticed yesterday, I noticed that we have a couple broccoli that's coming up. Can you hear this bird? I see, yeah, let me show you this cardinal. Oh, it's gone. I need to replenish that feeder too. Anyway, okay, so let me show you the broccoli that's coming up. It's gotten bigger since yesterday. Hey, Jeep Jamaican, good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. That's one broccoli right here. And I believe there's another one that's coming up among these. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah. And then under here we have our mustard greens. So I'm gonna put the cloves in there too. I don't see any white flies either. See? Nothing. Hmm. Where are you off to now, AG? All right. And if you're just coming in, this is what the cloves look like up close. Nice spice to put in your dishes. So whatever we have to do to get ahead of these pests, we should do. Oh, you're in Orlando. You're delivering. Okay. Safe travels. So next time I need to be harvesting. Yesterday I harvested a whole lot. Exactly what? 16 papayas. Ordered papayas and some string beans. Yeah, string beans and bell peppers. So let's put we're gonna put the net back on this. The nets also keep out the pests, big and small. Okay, so I protect that. On to the next thing. I'm gonna put some in this, also this okra bed here. So in this bed we have okra and pineapples. So I'm just spreading it. Especially for the okras. You have to monitor your plants frequently. This is also another bed of okras and tomatoes, okras, tomatoes, sweet peppers. If you're going to find any pests, it would be in this bed because all three of these are known to be loved by whiteflies and aphids. We have hot peppers, mini bell peppers, okras, tomatoes. And I also planted some green onions in here. And that also helps to deter pests. But this is where I get my green onions from when I'm cooking. Yeah, so that's the rest of the bed here. This bell pepper is a green and white type. Yeah. So the leaves are green and white. The bell peppers also come out green and white while they're green, but then when they change color, they change totally to red. Here is a blossom of the okra plant. Garden hoe, my okra were totally infested with those flies this year. Yes, man. I'm telling you, when it comes to white flies and okra, they, they will just take over the whole plant. Yeah, just like I said, if you're going to see any, it would be in this bed. But there's none whatsoever. None. And I look all the time just to be sure that none, nothing flying around, nothing under them. Yeah, and I've harvested quite a few okras from this, even yesterday. I hope it works for you, garden hoe. I hope it does. All right, so let me try this. There's another tomato bed. Well, this is tomato and some seeds that I planted last week under this net. That's callaloo, or also known as amaranth. I see tiny, tiny seeds coming up, seedlings. Yeah, so I'm gonna put some in here, especially for the tomatoes. Well, the wind blew this off the other day. Yes, a couple of days ago. I thought about replanting it in. Well, definitely. Leave it right there for now. Yeah, when the wind gets heavy, even the tomato cage gets weak. So what I did yesterday was to tie them together, tie two of them together. Now it's very firm. Let's put this back. All right. Okay. And in this bed, thanks for sharing your method. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I, when I find something that works, of course, I always share it. Yep. I want every gardener to be successful. Because what's the point of gardening if you can't enjoy your crops? You know? So in this bed, we have what needs to be harvested, some collard greens. And yesterday I had the pleasure of harvesting for the first time some celery. And in the corner, we should have, I think we're finishing here with the crops, with the lettuce crops. I need to uproot these. Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to put some in here. And this is where you should see if there are any white flies. You should see them in here as well. None. Or aphids. None whatsoever. So I'm just going to sprinkle some in here. It's a breezy day. It's so good. I think it's about 80 degrees now. Yeah. All right. So on this one now, the next bed, these are the string beans. It's where I harvested from yesterday. It's 37 degrees there. Ah, we're about 50, almost 50 degrees, 40 something degrees ahead of you. More. Oh yeah, I see. This is the string beans that comes from it. And here is where you would also see white flies. None. They would really live up here in this, right up here. You would see them all in there. If I did this, when they come, I mean, they would just be all over the place, but not even one. And I hope it remains like that until the crop is finished. Okay. And on the other side of this bed are the Swiss chards that I harvested yesterday. Oh, you're supposed to get to 49. Okay, 12 more degrees. Yeah. I think it's supposed to get to 83 here today. Let's. When I'm finished, I'll show you some of the crops, some of what was harvested yesterday. I didn't even put them away yet. I'm waiting for some people to come and collect some. Yeah. windy. Yeah. But it's a beautiful day. Check out the skies. It's 10 there. Herman, where are you watching from, Herman? Thank you for coming. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, yeah, she asked the same question. Garden Hose asking, where are you from? Where are you watching from? 10 degrees. All right. Wow. Here's one of our young papaya trees. This is a guava. We have lots of young ones on it. And we have harvested a whole lot from this tree months ago. And now they're coming to be a lot more too. And then, of course, our loaded Nesberry sapodea tree. There are fruits from top to bottom. Look, we're underground. The branches are going underground, and so are the fruits. And here's um, another papaya. Let me get this branch from it's not blocking the sun. We don't want that. Let's get rid of this dead leaves here. These dead leaves. Uh-huh. Oh, I think I need to do some pruning. Oh, yeah, I do. We had a cold spell last week. When that happens, these banana and plantain plants are always affected. Yeah, but that's the life of a gardener. There's always something. All right, so now I'm going to go over to the pineapple bed and let me get the cloves. It's over here somewhere. Okay. Yeah. Go over the pineapple bed. Put them over there. Just a moment. Oh yeah, I have these pineapple seedlings that I need to put some in there too. Because when you plant, when the pest starts affect the seedlings, then you know it's bad. Because if the seedlings are affected, then the crops will be good crop. So let me pour some more. Okay. I also need to do some weeding. These containers need to be weeded out. So that's our pineapple. I call this my container, my pineapple container garden. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, let's sprinkle. underneath this sugar apple tree, we have some things growing under here. One of them is this mini bell pepper. This one is ready. No, crack is going bad too. Yeah, there's a hole in it too. So just throw it back in there. The other day, yeah, when it got really cold, I think it affected some of them. But this is a volunteer plant. Just came up, I think, from kitchen scraps. These pineapples we planted under there, make use of the space. But I also see some papaya seedlings. We don't need this in here. And these papayas, I'm telling you, they are growing so fast. I'm going to show you a bed where one of them came up and just taking over. This bed right here, where the June plum is, this papaya decided it's going to take that space. And look how big it's getting. It even started blossoming. Huh. Yeah. It's like it's papayas everywhere. They're just coming up everywhere. I'm going to show you some of the what we harvested yesterday. And then this little bed here is our herbs bed. And if there is going to be any white flies, it's going to be in here. Basils, oregano, thyme, green onions, parsley. Thank you for the hearts. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you. If you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and do so. You're going to learn a lot from this channel. So I'm going to put some of this cloves in here to help deter the pests so they don't come. This is where I come every day when I'm cooking and snip these basils. I mean, the aroma is just amazing. I mean, it's like growing like a tree. Herbs is one of the easiest things you can plant. If you say you don't have the space, but you have a container, you can even plant it in a small container and put it on your kitchen window. You will have herbs every time you prepare your meal. So just plant a small, especially basil and thyme. Basil, thyme, parsley. Those will grow quickly. So keep the pests out. We just not only have small pests to think about, like aphids and white flies and the creepy crawlers. No, that's not the only thing. We have big pests too. They come around at nights, like raccoons. The raccoons use our backyard as a shortcut. So they come around. They're very nosy too. And if you don't cover up your things, they will go in and dig it up. Not for the food. They're not digging to eat. They're doing what they do naturally. They just go and dig. And dig up your whatever you plant. We cover it. And I noticed some a couple of stray cats. I'm saying they're stray because one of them looked like a stray cat, but one looks like a house cat. Somebody's cat. They come around at night. Where are you, Yeah. Where are you, Herman? Herman just left that message and just disappeared. He left his message and disappeared. All right, so I'm gonna go around. Usually, what I do, I go around the garden, and for those of you who are here for the first time, we'll get to see what's in the garden. Oh, let me show you the papayas first that I harvested yesterday. I have to bring them out. Hold on. Let me set up. I won't be able to bring all of them. I'll show you some of them. All right. Check out some. A few more. I have more inside, but can't get to all of them. So I had to take these down from the tree yesterday because if we don't, the birds will get them. And here are some of the Swiss chard and the peppers. This is one of those peppers over there that didn't come, or it went bad. So let me throw it back over there. Yeah. So that's what I'll just leave these here and take care around the garden now. I could eat a. Let me get a June plum. Plum, or you may know it as golden apples. I like them when they're ripe. I'm gonna rinse this off. You can have them while they're green too. Okay. All right. That's what it looks like up close. This is a ripe one. This is our ackee tree. These ackees are late comers. We've harvested a lot. When I say a lot, we've harvested about 20 times in the one season, couple months. Now we see some late ones up there. This is one of our younger papaya trees. And here's another one. Let's get rid of this. Yesterday we harvested from this one. As you can see, there are two of them in the same space. I see another one that needs to be. It looks like it's going bad too. Hmm. Yeah, it's going bad. So we're going to put that into the mulch bed right there. This tree is a hog plum tree. When it's getting ready to bear, it loses all its leaves. So now I see that they're turning yellow. That's going to happen. We harvested quite a few from this tree yesterday. This papaya. And here, we harvested here too. We've been harvesting from this tree all year round. Since January. Fruit started way down here. And now, look at how far it is. This is our recently planted dwarf East Indian mango. Here's some more seedlings. This was planted yesterday. So that was the last day, the first day of December. So now it's easy to track it. First day of December, this was planted. We'll see how long it takes to start bearing fruits. Here's another young one. And this one is in a container. Well, two of them want to grow in there, but two of them won't. So we chopped down this, but it's trying to grow again. Unbelievable. So this is, I see blossoms, which mean they will soon start bearing fruits. This is our avocado tree. It hasn't started bearing fruits yet, but I think in a year it will, because it's early this year, the entire tree blossomed. And that's how you know when it soon start bearing fruits. It's within 1 to 2 years after it blossoms, you'll see fruits. Here's another papaya. And this is another, oh, I passed another bed over there. This is our pineapple bed over here, one of many pineapple beds. Here's the dwarf avocado from where we harvested 3 large avocados on this already. And over here we have a plant that started growing on its own. Pigeon peas. Volunteer. And here's what I'm waiting for. A coconut. I love coconut water. So see a lot of coconuts on this. And some young ones getting up there too. The nice thing about it, look at how low it grows. Don't have to do much to get them. No. And this is yellow yam in a container. It's also a volunteer plant. It showed up in the pineapple bed. So it's what we had at the time. We had to take it out quickly so we can get a good piece of yam. And between these trees is a lovely bunch of bananas. Have you subscribed yet? More banana plants. More banana plants. Here is our dwarf Julie mango tree. It blossomed, all of it blossomed last year. Last season, I should say. Soon we'll see fruits. Another coconut tree right here. This is the only one right now that is not blossoming or bearing fruits like this one. Look at this. Fruits all around it. The thing about coconuts, you will see a lot of young fruits, but they don't last, because the wind will blow them off like this one. It knocked them off. But hey, it tries to compensate by sending up some more. This one only had 2 left on it. But and here's another bunch. Mhm. And look at this lovely bunch of bananas. This one has about 9 hands. This is a star apple tree. Not star fruit now, a different type. Star apple. It's from the custard family. And of course, I think I showed you this one already. Our pineapple container garden. A plantain plant right here. And this is the sugar apple that I spoke about earlier. I need to come get rid of some of these seedlings and plants and weeds that are down here. A lot of weeding to do. And here is a cherry tree. It's called the Barbados cherry. Now, this cherry tree has not borne the fruits this year simply because the sorosy bush was wrapped and entangled in all over in this tree. So it choked it. We had to prune it a lot so that we could get rid of the sorosy bush that was in it. So soon I should see blossoms and fruits. And here's another papaya that we planted yesterday. My husband planted yesterday. Look at this small plantain. It's a plantain. Small, but hey, fruits anyway. Here are some banana plants. The thing about bananas, you will always have, once you have one banana plant, you will always have bananas because suckers are coming up all the time. Here's a small bunch and another small bunch. And this is that tree, Nesberry or Sapodea tree I was showing you from the other side, along with the papaya tree right here. Then there's another plantain right here. More plantain plants. They will soon start bearing fruits. But we had to prune them because the cold weather really did affect them. Here's another one that needs to come down. Plantain. One young papaya. I think this one is a dwarf papaya tree. You see how the fruit start already and the tree looks so young? It's a dwarf. So the fruit, the last time we planted dwarf papaya, the fruits were small, but just as delicious. More plantain plants. Another papaya. I think this is where we started. Back to the beds. Yeah. So that's the extent of our garden. So what I'm going to do, my plan was to do some weeding. Uh, I know it has to be done, but do I really want to do that? Look at all these weeds in here. And you know, if you don't weed, the plants will suffer. So I think I better get my gloves on. What is the variety of the dwarf avocado and dwarf papaya trees? That's a good question. Couldn't tell you. When we went to purchase it, we asked what kind of tree it is. They say dwarf, and it just says avocado. But I know it's a type of variety. I need to really research that. So the next time I'm asked that question, I can answer it. Same thing for the dwarf papaya. It just says dwarf papaya when you buy it. Just like, for example, okay, let's look at this Julie mango tree here. It just says dwarf, but at least it says Julie mango. See that piece of paper down, this thing down here? It's Julie mango dwarf. But when we bought the papayas, it just says dwarf papaya. And the same thing with the avocado. I'm gonna research it though. Yeah. Claudia says the yellow yam fascinates me. That's a yam that burrows deep in the ground. How does it do it in the pot? That's why we put this. Notice we have two pots because we know it do that. So we are hoping that it goes all the way down into the pot. Yeah. It's our first time doing it in a container, but we know it can be done. Yeah. So I'm very, it fascinates me too, Claudette. Yes, it does. Welcome. Welcome to you. Welcome, Cedric. Yeah. So, well, I guess I'm not going to be weeding today because now I hear the neighbors, they're starting their yard work. You're not going to be hearing me if we continue this. Yes, folks. So I thank you so much for coming. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for your support. Please do come back next time. See what's happening right here in the Charles Fort Lauderdale garden. And do something for somebody today. Think about someone you haven't seen in a while. Maybe give them a call. Have a good day. Good morning.